Today I'm here to tell you the tale of a deck so mystifying that it will leave your foes trembling with fright. Man and beast and creatures so vile I dare not name them. Never fear, I, Volo Guide to Monsters, will be your guide to this deck. That's right, today we are playing Volo Guide to Monsters in Historic Brawl. Our favorite world-class bard, who is just absolutely fantastic at embellishing his stories, is just such a fun and cool commander for Brawl. I'm just be honest with you, this is not a competitive deck. Like, we're gonna have some fun. That's what we're going to do, because that's what Historic Brawl is for. We're having a lot of fun. But the deck definitely does actually keep up, even with some of the competitive decks. It's just a lot of fun. It's basically, got a lot of ramp, counter spells, things like that in the 2-spot, couple of 1-drop ramp, some card advantage engines like Rhystic Study and Radagast the Brown, Beast Whisper, copy effects like Phyrexian Metamorph, Surgical Metamorph, Clever Imposter, things like that. More ramps, Curtis Roof, Migration Path. Some interesting includes to double up on with Volo, because just in case you don't know what Volo does, whenever you cast a creature spell that doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control or a creature in your graveyard, copy that spell, so we get a copy of it. So things like doubling up on our frogs, cute little poison dart frog, or our Merrileaf Pixies, or being able to kill 2 artifacts or enchantments with Reclamation Sage, or exile 2 things and lower the cost of 2 things with Cemetery Prowler, get 2 Topiary Stompers to get 2 lands, all kinds of fun stuff. Or Solemn Simulacrum to get a couple of lands. If we get Beast Whispers and things like that on the field, Acidic Slime to blow up lands, Mind Flayers to steal stuff, Mold Drifters to draw cards, Silverback Elder to give us 2 things that let us gain life and destroy artifacts and enchantments and search for lands whenever we cast creatures, Verdurous Gearhulk to put tons of counters on things, Defiler of Vigor to put tons of counters on things. And then, of course, in the very top spots, we've got things like River's Rebuke. We've also got Cyclonic Rift in the deck to just make our opponents very sad. We've also got Mystic Reflection in the deck. This is more of a late game card because obviously we want to foretell this, pay 1 mana, and then find a way to make a whole bunch of creature tokens, either with things like Scute Swarm or Tendershoot Dryad, things like that, and make them come in as copies of something way cooler. We've also got Crater Hoof Behemoth, because guess what? 2 Crater Hoofs are better than 1. Great Hinge is an auto include in this deck because it's just fantastic. Rough Triplets, because making 2 of these is pretty sweet also. Hullbreaker Horror is another way to just, have a flash threat that we can copy, because we do have a couple of horrors in the deck, but I mean, most of the time, we're only going to have the one on the battlefield or the one in the graveyard. But flashing this in and then being able to start bouncing 2 things every time we cast something is pretty sweet. Beanstalk Giant, technically a 3-mana ramp spell. And Zoppendel Hunger Dominus to double up on power and toughness, along with a natural growth in the deck. So nothing crazy, just a whole bunch of value, a whole bunch of things to copy and have fun with. A lot of our copy effects can copy our opponent's creatures, so we can even have fun with their stuff. And if it's the first one of those type of copy effects that we've played and we have Volo on the battlefield, we get 2 copies of it, so it's even better. And it's just a pet deck of mine. And so, I mean, mana base is pretty simple. We've got some fetch lands. We've got a Nykthos in there because we do have a lot of green mana symbols. So that can help us ramp up into our Crater Hoof Behemoths and things like that. And then just a bunch of dual lands, dual greens, a bunch of basics, and ways to thin the deck out and make sure we have our mana. And other than that, it's just a very fun deck. So let's go ahead and get into some games and see if we can guide some other people to our monsters. Right. Playing some Historic Brawl. Explosion Age. Playing Golos. Of course. Golos. Everybody loves Golos. This is looking like a pretty reasonable hand. Yeah, we're taking a nice little break from standard for right now, with murders coming out. They'll probably be doing a couple of historic brawl videos. Ragavan on one. Maybe some limited arena cubes. Real fun. So maybe we'll do some arena cube. Streamed some arena cube yesterday. Ragavan, steal some stuff, make the treasure. We don't really have a way to deal with the monkey, unfortunately. Play the Hinterland Harbor. Play the Dart Frog. Looks like the opponent may have removal for the Dart Frog. Yep. A Swords to Plowshares us. More monkeys. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Oh, come on, don't play the Dryad. Don't play our Dryad. I bet that's tempting. They can just play their Golos, though. Nope, they're gonna play our Dryad. Start making Saprolings. So River's Rebuke will be real good later. I'm gonna play Uro. Hopefully we keep finding lands. Opponent's gonna get a Ragavan trigger. Key to the Archive. Ramping and getting a super cool card. I wonder what they're picking. There we go, they picked something. You discard a Spell Pierce. We're making a lot of tokens. So we will Phyrexian Metamorph the Dryad. And pass. Now we're both making tokens. Their tokens are big now, though. We really need to draw a land this turn. If we draw a land, we can just rebuke all their stuff, and then we'll be in good shape. Binding of the Old Gods. Go ahead and counter that. No binding for you, good sir. Don't believe in the Old Gods. No, we'll take them. That's not a land, unfortunately. I'm going to play Hulking Raptor because it has wards, so it's less likely they'll be able to kill it this turn. And we will have to trade our Saprolings away this turn to stay alive, most likely. They have a Helix for our Dryad. It's definitely unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Do they have removal for Raptor? Mind Stone does not remove Raptor. Alright, so we're going to take 6. Not ideal. But they don't have a way to sack. Okay, so get 2 green. Rivers Rebuke you. And then I believe we actually get the Dryad back. They're going to sack the Mind Stone. And yep, we get the Dryad back. That's pretty sweet. Get in there with the Raptor. Oh, we should have held back. He can dash in Ragavan. We should have thought about that. Here I am thinking, oh, they don't have any hasty stuff, right? Wrong. Monkey has haste. Is that what they're going to do this turn, though? We're not necessarily dead if they do. They'd have to have a burn spell to go with it. And we could potentially survive long enough. We won't be able to use our Yavimaya code. Yep, okay, so they're going to dash in the monkey. We no longer have double blue. They get a land. So that's good for us. Monkey goes back to hand. Plasma Heroes. Oh, there's blue. Alright, so Plasma Heroes. Let's play Volo. Let's play Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia. We don't get to keep the copy of Gwenna, but that's okay. They Void Rend our Volo. That's not nice. We'll put him back in the command zone. Let's get a Gwenna. We'll keep the non-token. No attack this time. No silly mistakes. They play the Golos. What do they search? Probably Field of the Dead. They do have they would start making zombies here, so hope they get World Tree. Oh no, is this one of those weird World Tree? They have a bunch of gods in their library. Alright, so let's play Volo. Tendershoot Dryad. Make 2 copies, or make a copy of the Tendershoot Dryad. No attacks. Make some Saffrelings. They're big 5/5s. Thanks to the city's blessing. Alright. So they can play Key to the Archive and just get a burn spell here, which would be not good. Or they could have River's Rebuke of their own, or Cyclonic Rift. So let's hope they don't. If we get to untap with this, we get copies of Hullbreaker Horror. Okay, so they're going to exile. Sprawl, land, Orrery. Nothing crazy. I mean, Orrery's really good, but nothing that kills us. And this taps for 5 colorless, so they can still play even Key to the Archive. They play Hullbreaker Horror. Now they can bounce something of ours with the Horror. What do they bounce? One of our Dryads. That's fine. I think our Hullbreaker Horror is going to be a little more fun than that. Alright, we find a land. That's always good. Blue, blue. Hullbreaker Horror. Get to untap the Gwenna. We get 2 copies. And we'll play a Circuitous Route. And bounce their Hullbreaker Horror. And bounce their Orrery. Go get 2 lands. And pass the turn. Make another Snapperling. They can get some more free stuff with Golos here. Cyclonic Rift. Do they get to cast it with the Overload for free? Oh, tell me they don't get to cast it with Overload for free. No. Does it work that way? I forget. Are we about to get ruined? Nope. Okay, so they just bounced one of the Hullbreaker Horrors. We're cool with that. Elvish Mystic. Ragavan. We just need to draw something cool here. Wait, they attack with the... Why are they attacking with the monkey? Okay, that's enough to make the opponent scoop. Uro would have drawn us some cards and gained us some life, and we would have gotten a copy of the Uro, and then who knows what we would have drawn. Alright, let's see if we can spin a mystifying tale of whimsy and creatures and woe. We go first. We have a little bit of ramp. I will keep. Good fabled passage. And get an island. They know what colors we're playing. No reason to keep it a secret. Sacred Foundry tap for the opponent. We'll play a forest. Glimpse the core for a basic forest. Containment construct for the opponent. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from graveyard, and you can play this turn. Cool. Castle Garenbrig. Sudden migration path here. We will go and get island. Put ourselves up to a clean 7 mana for creatures. Bergy, God of Storytelling for the opponent. Alright, we draw lands, so let's go ahead and drop Volo, and we will evoke Small Drifter. Draw 4 cards. I like it. Alright, let's see if the opponent... Hope they can't go off here. Unfortunately, they kill our Volo. But we already got some pretty good value out of him. Not too mad about that. That's the opponent's turn, it looks like. Light up the stage. So they get a red mana. Find a mountain. Cast a Bone Crusher Giant, make a red mana. Swashbuckler's Whip, make a red mana. Equip to the construct. Alright. What can we do this turn? Let's play Volo again and play Menagerie Curator. See if they have more removal this turn. Pathway for the opponent. Ventorious can. They get a red mana. See if they can go off here. They discover, so they'll get a red mana for that. Conspiracy Theorist. No, they have 2 red mana. Bring us for 2. What can they do with that 2 red mana? They attack for 4. We will take it. Right. Now we get to start going to town. Play Silverback Elder. Get a copy. Oh, and we have enough mana to play the Verdurous Gearhulk. Look at that. Just a few triggers here. Let's destroy an artifact. Get rid of this. Let's gain 4 life. Let's get a copy of Verdurous Gearhulk. Put a bunch of counters on Volo. Draw a card. Another Verdurous Gearhulk. Put a bunch of counters on this guy. Play a Delighted Halfling. Let's destroy this artifact and gain 4 more life. Go after Mr. Quintorius Can here with our Volo. Opponent blocks with Conspiracy Theorist. I think that was a pretty good turn. Spinning quite the tail. Alright. Free Experimental Synthesizer. And rob the archives on top. Opponent makes a 3-2. Bergie's really good, so I mean they can definitely go off here. So they're gonna sacrifice, so they're gonna exile the top 4. Ping us for 2. 4 brown's really good. Alright, so they ping us for 2 again. They have 1 red mana left and a demolition field. They can play Ragavan, get another red mana. So they can ping us for quite a bit this turn. But we can gain a lot of it back. Merchant of the Veil, discard a card, draw a card, another red mana. 2 more spells and we're done. They ran out of juice. All right. Plaza of Heroes. Let us play Cemetery Prowler. Get a few triggers. Let's see. No artifacts. So we'll gain 4. Gain 4. Exile. Creature artifact. Get a second Cemetery Prowler. Exile creature. All our creatures cost 2 less to cast. Play Llanowar Elves. Gain 4. Gain 4. Copy, copy. Keep Fathom Echo. Yep, that's going to be enough. They're sick of listening to our story about all these merfolks and apes and elves and wolves. Rona, Herald of Invasion. Thank you. Let's see what kind of tell we can tell this guy. We got ramp. Got rampity ramp, ramp, ramp. Turn 1 ramp, turn 2 ramp, turn 3 ramp. A Crater Hoof Behemoth at the end of it all. Obscura storefront for the opponents. We get an island, forest, and a menagerie curator for us. Smack 'em for 1. Give me that life back. Arcane Signet for the opponent. They are ramping it up too. We will play a Solemn Simulacrum. Draw a card. Go and get an island since we don't have one yet. Swamp for the opponent. They play Rusko Clockmaker. Midnight Clock. Alright. Flooded Strand. Happy about lands. Look at the breeding pool. Take the life. Play Volo. No attacks. Flooded Strand for the opponent. They're just copying our land. Opponent has 6 mana this turn. See what they can do. Oh, River's Rebuke. Alright. We'll put them in the hand. Might as well. That is obnoxious. Sure. Alright, so Llanowar Elves. Menagerie Curator. And we'll discard Beast Whisperer for now, I suppose. See if the opponent has more bounce all our stuff to our hand tactics. Temple of Deceit for the opponent. Keep it on top. Keep it on top. Keep it on top. Woe Strider for the opponent. Opponent gets in for 3 with the Rusko. We will take it. And they play Rona. Wooded Foothills for us. Go ahead and fetch Forest. Play a Solemn Simulacrum. Draw a card. Keep Fathom Echo. Go get another island. Use a little bit more blue. And I suppose we'll play a Cemetery Prowler. Draw another card. See if they have a counter for this. Maybe not. We have a creature in the graveyard. Cool, so we'll exile that. Reduce the cost of all our creatures. Opponent's halfway there. For the stroke of midnight. Bohar. You're gonna draw and discard. To refresh my memory what this does, draw a card, discard a card, sacrifice it, and cast an instant or sorcery from your graveyard this turn. So they can cast River's Rebuke again. Not this turn, but next turn. Jin-Gitaxias. Alright, how crazy can we go this turn? That's the question. Midnight Clock. Do they have any mana? They don't have any mana. We can play Crater Hoof Behemoth. I don't know if that's enough to get through. So we've got... This has Ward 2. We could steal their Jin-Gitaxias and like their Rona. Or no, we could steal their Vohar and stop them from casting River's Rebuke next turn. This is a citizen, so we don't get a copy of the halfling. Oh, no, we need to play Volo first. Okay, so we play Volo. And then we play Mind Flayer. Get a copy of Mind Flayer. Can't steal the Jin-Gitaxias because we're mana shy, so we'll steal the Vohar. They'll sacrifice it, that's fine. And then we'll steal the Woe Strider. The important thing is they can't cast the... Do we get in? No, we don't get in with the Cemetery Prowler. Let's go ahead and cast this Delighted Halfling just to make sure we have lots and lots of creatures. Okay, so they're up to 10 counters on the clock. We've got 2 cards in hand. We stopped them from River's Rebuking us this turn. Midnight Clock is up to 11. Oh man, this only helps with legendary creatures. Do we cast the Behemoth? Do they have the counter, you think? We get a copy of it regardless. So they gotta have 2 counters, I guess. Disdainful Stroke. They get to draw 7. Oh goodness, they might actually draw into the counter. No. Oh, they're drawing and discarding. That makes me think maybe they don't have it. Come on. Let us Crater Hoof. Do they have it? Get to draw a card at least. Come on. Yeah, we got there. You'd never believe the size of the thing. It was massive. All right, Cody M. Cranko. Oh goodness. Goblins. Volo likes learning about goblins. Any of you out there play Baldur's Gate 3, you know what I'm talking about. Did the goblins rally to the absolute? We will play a Boseiju. Mountain for the opponent. No 1-drop goblin, that's good. Pass the turn. Do they have a 2-drop goblin? Warrior Marauder. Double strike. Whenever a goblin or orc deals combat, exile, and you can play this turn. Cool. We do not have anything to block that, unfortunately. So I suppose we will blow this up. Go get a forest and an island. Ding, glinting dagger. Can they equip it? They cannot. Yeah, no, they can't. Okay. So they hit us for 2. They get to exile 2 cards. So just this turn it is. Okay, so they don't get to hang on to those till next turn, so that's good. Alright, let's play this. Let's go migration path. I'd like to get Volo down here, but I think the migration path is the better play because then next turn we can Volo and Solemn, get 2 copies of Solemn, thin the deck out some. We've got some blockers that draw us cards. Goblin Chieftain. Alright, things are going to start getting hairy quick. Real quick. This Crater Hoof's going to come in clutch, I think. I think it's the only way we're going to survive this. Alright, so they do exile Fanatical Firebrand. They can cast that or they can Faithless Looting. They're going to have Krinko next turn with haste. So we are very close to dying. But if they're casting Krinko next turn, they're probably not killing our Volo. Alright. So here we go. So we're gonna play Volo. We're gonna play Solemn. We get 2 more basics out of the deck. Take action. Get a basic. Okay. Do they have a land here to play Krinko and something else? They do. Are they going to cast Krinko this turn? They are. They have another goblin to go with it. They do not. So they make 3 2/2s. So we're at 17. They don't have enough for Embercleave or anything, so we don't have to worry about Embercleave. So next turn, if we Crater Hoof, we get 2 copies of it, which should be enough for lethal. Is it enough for lethal if we block with one of these Solemns? So 10 from this, and then we'll have 4 creatures on the battlefield, so everything will get +4/+4, so that'll be an additional. That's enough. So we'll block the Marauder with the Solemn, so that we at least get to draw a card, save ourselves some damage, just in case they have some kind of nonsense. They could draw like a Goblin Grenade or something, and if we had taken this 4, then Goblin Grenade kills us. Oh, they have a Strangle for the Volo! No! Oh, no. Oh, now we're dead. Oh, man. Yep. They hadn't killed Volo, we had it, but... Time to spin another tale for Kaya the Intangible Slayer. Alright, we get to go first. We don't have any blue mana, though. Ugh. I mean, Tribute to the World Tree is good, but if we never find blue, that's no good, so we will mulligan. I don't like only having 2 mana, but we have Ironcrag and Innkeeper and a way to get blue, so we'll keep this. Go and fetch an island. Welcome to the island. Jukabog. Not our graveyard. They exiled our Fable passive. Whatever are we going to do? I think we play Ironcrag here, just because this is guaranteed. Not guaranteed, but unlikely to get destroyed. Cold Steel Heart for the opponent, so they're trying to ramp up for their Kaya also. Play Fluted Delta. Go get a breeding pool. Phase 2. Play a Volo. Hope they don't have removal for it. No removal, one time. Oath of Kaya. Nope, that's removal. Yeah. Put him back in the command zone. Poor Volo, man. He just wants to tell stories, and everyone's always getting so mad at him. Play Prosperous Innkeeper. Make treasure. Play a Pixie. Gain some life. Oath of Kai is a pretty good card. I'm wondering if that means that they're like a Super Friends. That'd be pretty cool. Super Friends, Orzhov Super Friends. Trespasser's Curse. Empiric Rights. Those are things they can do, for sure. Well, I'm gonna play Volo again. I'll take the damage. Decline. Get in there for one. Smothering Ties. Whenever I draw a card, I have to pay 2 or they get a treasure. Nah, they can have the treasure. Let's see. What is the most fun thing we can do this turn? Let's play Deep Fathom Echo. Get 2 copies. Fine with taking the damage. We have a citizen, so we don't get copies of that, but we probably want to play this anyway. We'll have them explore. Don't think we want Solemn. Just have it become a copy of itself. Muldrifter's not bad. We'll leave that on top. Get in for 4. This is looking pretty good though. Zoppendrel. And drop Zoppendrel next turn. We can make these copies of the Pixie to give them flying if they play a walker. See what the opponent's got. Hopefully not a board wipe. That would be sad. That's not how we want our tale to end. Deadly Dispute. They're going to sacrifice their Cold Steel Heart instead of a treasure. Interesting. Undo Sky Ruins. So they found a land. Tap, thankfully. And veto Thorn of the Dust Rose. Alright. They can have the treasure. So I guess the question now is... Okay, so whenever they gain life, we lose that much life. So it basically doubles up on Trespasser's Curse. Muldrifter is going to give them a lot of treasure tokens, and I don't know if I'm thrilled about that. If they draw a land, they're going to have enough to play Kaya anyway. Will we have enough to play Counterspell? I don't think we will. I think we're still going to play Zoppendrel. Unfortunately, we can't keep the copy. Decline the trigger. Gain a life. We'll keep the real one. Yeah, keep the real one. Lose some more life. Gain a little bit back. We're not doing too bad. Alright, and then we have the ability to Give him indestructible if we need to. What is this? It still becomes a copy, so it can't be. We can't copy a legendary. So we'll copy the pixie. Oh no, that does change the power and toughness. I thought it got to stay. Oh well. My bad. I thought they got to keep their power and toughness for some reason. I don't know why. Silly me. Children's Edict. Sacrifices a creature token. Oh, that's only one thing. We will play an island. Pass a turn. Combo. Console of allocation. Whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we don't have a lot of non-creature spells in the deck, so. Yeah, that's gonna be enough. Victory! The bean! Inventory's canned. Opponent's going first. We do not have any ramp in our hand, so we're gonna take our free mulligan as soon as they give us the opportunity. Free mulligan. Ugh, this is not exciting. Mulligan again. This is better. We'll keep this. What do we put back? Negate for now. We're just gonna rampity ramp into fun things. I like the sleeves. Full sleeves, man. Mountain for the opponent. We will let's play the breeding pool task while we don't need it. Plains for the opponent. Rotisserie Elemental. That is a card that they can play for sure. Island, and we will play a Prosperous Innkeeper. Help us gain some life. The question is, which ramp do we use next? Probably beans. Gwenna technically gives us the most amount of mana the following turn, but if they have removal for us, it's the worst. Get a skewer counter. Swiftfoot boot. Alright, let's go ahead and cast Fertile Footsteps. We'll go get a forest. I'm tempted to play the Swiftfoot boots here. Yeah, let's do that. Because if we draw land, I'm not going to block, so we'll get in there for one. If we draw land, then we can play Volo and attach the Swiftfoot boots to it to protect it. If not, we can play Gwenna and do the same thing. Tap Shatter Skull for the opponent. Stonebinder's Familiar. The opponent's been off to a little bit of a slow start, which is good for us. Tribute to the World Tree. No. Play Gwenna. Gain a life. Flip the Gwenna. Pass the turn. That way she definitely lives through the turn. Hopefully. Those words don't go together. Definitely, hopefully. Notorious. Hope they don't discover into a board wipe. Destroy evil. Well, that doesn't do anything. Not yet. Their puppy dog gets bigger. All right, Tender Shoot Dryad off the top. All right, let's play. Tap Gwenna. Play Volo. Whip. Pass the turn. Now we can start going ham, assuming they don't do anything too crazy this turn. Plussing the Quintorius makes me think they don't have something like Brotherhood's End here. Removal for Gwenna would be unfortunate. Breaches. Thankfully, none of those things are pirates. Get in there with Rotisserie Elemental. Exile. And they can play cards this turn. If they want to exile 3 cards, that's fine. I'd rather keep the Innkeeper. 1, 2, 3. We got some lands. A Dig Site Conservator. Pings us for 2, and they gain 2. Anything to stop us from having fun this turn? No! Fragment Reality! Come on, something good. Okay, Lotus Cobra technically gives us mana too, if we draw land. We do draw land. Alright, cool. So let's make green. And then play Tender Shoot Dryad. Get a copy. Gain a life. Get a copy. Gain a life. No attacks. Pass turn. Get 2 5/5s. Now that's a story. You'd never believe it. Out of nowhere, there were these dryads making all these plant tokens. Gain some more life. Back up to 27. Don't board wipe us. Don't do it. Thankfully, the Destroy Evil only works on the Sapperling tokens. And the best part is we can Surgical Metamorph the Dryad. Get 2 copies of that. Touch the Spirit Realm. Okay, exile 1 of our Dryads. Making our other Dryads smaller. That's okay. Any permanent. So I could technically touch the Spirit Realm 2 of their things. So they have Destroy Evil in hand, so they can just blow up the copies. Restless Bivouac for the opponent. And they get lost our other one. No! Alright, so they get in with Breaches. Probably make a treasure. Is this just enchantment, right? Yeah, okay. No reason to block. We don't want to copy an enchantment. Circuitous Route. Alright, so let's Metamorph. We get a copy. The first copy, target Quintorius. The second copy will target. What will the second target copy? I guess Breaches? And then let's discover 4. See if we can't find something fun. Blighted Halfling, I'll take it. We don't get a copy. because we already have a copy, but we sacrifice these map tokens to find a land. Nice. Alright, so now we can play green, sacrifice, forest, ramp it back up some. Green, sacrifice the map token. Put some more counters on breaches, maybe? Nope, more lands. Alright, I'm fine with that. Pass the turn. Play Beanstalk Giant next turn and get 2 of those. Opponent's going to make another 3-2. We're a crater hoof away from being very, very crazy next turn. Opponent's going to get in with breaches. We're going to make our breaches unable to block. We'll just block it with a plant token. Or sapperling, rather. These are such pretty sapperling tokens. It doesn't feel like a sapperling, it feels like a plant token. Creator of Sun's creation. Whenever you discover again. Well, green. Can I tribute? I cannot okay, hold on. So 1. I can't play Beanstalk Giant and tribute, unfortunately. Make a token. But we can play Circuitous Route. Get 2 lands. 2 landfall triggers. Make 2 green. Play the Beanstalk Giant. Ping them for 2. Gain 2. Get a copy. Gain life. They destroy one of them. Gain life. Pass the turn. Iron Crack for the opponent. I get to discover for 2 again. Exile. Experimental Synthesizer. They find Invasion of Call Time. We can draw some cards. Ping us for 2. Corvold the Noble Thief. Make the treasure. Ping us for 2. Alright, we definitely need to find something good here. Opponent's starting to pop off a little bit. We are running out of resources. We've got a pretty impressive board, but we need to find some big scary creatures to play. Breaches. Just block it with another sapling token exposed. There's no way I can double block and kill it that I'm happy with. Defiler of Vigor is very good. This is green permanent, right? Yeah, okay, awesome. So we get a copy of Defiler. And then we cast this for... I'll just pay the full mana. Put 2 counters on everything. Play the Iron Crag. Plus the Quintorius. Draw a card. Cyclonic Rift on top. That's pretty good. No attacks. We just gotta survive 1 more turn. They get a treasure token. 2 cards in hand. 1 card in hand. They sacrifice the synthesizer. They find Chaos Channeler. which lets them potentially place more cards off top of their library. I think it's for 2. Oh. My magical beast. See over there? Say hi, Mr. Wrinkles. Here we go. Good boy. Like, why are you playing with all these fake animals when you could be petting me? Not gonna lie, I didn't see what just happened. I know I got pinged some more, but I'm not dead yet. All right, well, let's just cyclonic rip their board. Why not? We'll discover 4 while we're at it. That counts as calf. Get some copies. Gain some life, put counters on everything, draw some cards, exile their stuff. Opponents being nice and letting us do the thing. Exile the thing, play a hulking raptor. Put counters on all the stuff. Thank you, opponent, for letting us do the fun thing. We'll go ahead and just get in there this time. Good game. Just a cool negative 59. Volo! A fitting end to our story.